Hello and welcome back. Thank you for joining me once again, or if it's your first time here, welcome. I've got something for you, and hopefully it can help you as much as it helped me. I'm all about simplification, and man, if this just won't simplify, I don't know what else will. I've recently had something really click with me just the past couple days. I really felt I needed to share. And that is this. Let's just hop right into the meat of it. We are overcomplicating this way too much. It's way more complicated than it needs to be or ever has needed to be. There's only one of two decisions that you can ever make, and that is to choose love or to choose fear. In any decision, it could be big or small, right? Are you going to choose love or are you going to choose fear? When you have a thought of doing something, are you doing that out of a sense of love and care for your child, your house, your family, whatever it is? Or are you doing it out of a sense of anxiety, like it needs to get done, like I just need to do this, right? Or it can be a greater decision, right? Where are you going to work? Where are you going to go to college? What are you going to do with the rest of your life? Those bigger decisions, right, apply as well, of course, and I feel like the dirt is in the details, right? We mostly have to make just small decisions in life. We get up, wake up, and go through what seems like a mundane sort of day. But every single decision we make, it's either a decision where we get to choose love or we get to choose fear. And that is the free will that we get, right? And to go along with that, we need to remember that there's really no such thing as a neutral thought. There's no such thing as a neutral thought. We will either have thoughts that are positively charged or negatively charged. And sometimes thoughts can seem neutral, right? There isn't such a thing. This is why we need to be vigilant and aware of the processes that are happening up here. When we have a thought, take it, question it. Is this thought love or fear? And really, you're going to have thoughts, right? And if you have a thought that is based out of fear, it's coming from a fearful place, then go ahead and try again. We get that. We get to do that, right? Try again. Choose again, right? Ask for another higher thought. And if you ask for the higher thought and you get nothing, I think that's amazing too, because that probably just means that we needed a moment of clarity or a moment of silence. And I would maybe just sit in that. No such thing as a neutral thought, love or fear, right? It's so funny how we convince ourselves too. We convince ourselves that we aren't being fearful. I convince myself that I'm not being fearful in a certain scenario when I'm doing this or I'm working towards this goal that I need to achieve, right? Or with what we believe, we can shift it and shape it, and we can make an excuse for why we were unloving in that moment. We can make excuses. Watch out for that. Be vigilant, right? We can make excuses against love, and we can make excuses for fear. So, love or fear. That's it. That's all we get. Those are the two decisions, right? And watch how these decisions stack up, right? You choose love a bunch. Watch how that stacks up for you. I'm nowhere near a perfect person, and I kind of come in and out of being very present and connected. And I'm sort of back in a place. So before I say this, recently, within the past month, I've been coming back more into a connected place, and I've really wanted to share this. And it's so funny. Things have been flowing so easily for me. Here's a funny example. Yesterday morning, I was cooking breakfast, and there were only 3 eggs left. And I was cooking breakfast for me and my youngest son. And there were only 3 eggs left. He's little, so I got 2 and gave him 1, and that was good because I gave him some other stuff too. But then I was thinking, man, I'm out of eggs. I gotta make a trip to the grocery store. But I didn't worry about it. Just a thought, you know. Guess what happens when I go into work? I go into work, and literally my first client comes in, and they just got back from vacation. They brought me a keychain from the country they were visiting, and they brought me a dozen eggs. They brought me a dozen eggs the day that I ran out. It's just little things like this. When you have a series of stacking up the love decisions, I've noticed that things just seem to flow, and it just works, and things work out for you. And you know, if you're maybe in a season where you feel like things aren't working out for you, you know, that's okay. I think we have to go through those seasons in order to figure out what it is that we don't want, right? So that we can go for the things that we do want, right? But really try thinking about, am I making this decision based off of love in everything that you do, right? It seems very meticulous, but it's not very difficult. Anything you choose, this, to the smallest thing, to the very smallest thing in your day, are you choosing love or fear? That's it. It doesn't need to be complicated. It really doesn't. So I hope this helped, and this has helped me out immensely. And I'm looking forward to hearing back from you and seeing if this helped. So thanks so much for tuning in. It's a short one today, but I look forward to seeing you in the future. Have a great one.